Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another thrilling afternoon slash evening slash whenever you happen to be watching of KEW wrestling. We'll get things kicked off here with the Cyclops taking on the Shinigami. The Demon and the Demon Hunter, of course, have been at each other since the get-go. Since our last pay-per-view, it seems like the Demon Hunter's got his one eye firmly set on taking the Demon down a few pegs, and it's been an absolute brutal rivalry so far. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen, if it continues to be quite as brutal here today. And there we go, the Shinigami already in the ring, looks fired up and ready to go. And here comes the Cyclops, and he's got Miss Tash in a headlock. I'm not quite sure why he has her. It looks like he's assorted that perhaps there's something going on between Miss Tash and the Demon. Perhaps she doesn't realise that he's an Adam, and look at this, the Demon fired up. Perhaps he's now got to be the unlikely hero and save the princess. The anti-hero that is the Cyclops, coming out and with a demolished Miss Tash, meant to be part of his tag team as well in the Teachers Union, and there he kicks the Demon's head straight off and stomps on it there. The Cyclops with a couple of early kicks and picks him up. The raw power here, power bombs him down onto the mat. The power on display from the Cyclops, and he's taking it to the Demon already, and he might be going for another ride here, ladies and gentlemen. Up he goes, down he comes. Another big power bomb from the Cyclops. A big hit there. The Demon takes it in stride though, whips his man into the corner, and then gets hold of him, gets his leg, hooks it up and gives it a nice booting there. Turns back around to faces him, a little few hits here, a few jabs, gets him up on the shoulders. We're up on the half carry like a baby, and rams his hips into his knees, and there praising his illithid gods, the gods of Epping Forest that gave him his demonic powers. Gets the Cyclops up onto his shoulders, chokes him on the ropes, and perhaps that demonic taunting has done him the power of good. I'm not so sure the Cyclops will think so. He will of course not be happy being a demon hunter himself, that the demon's trying to elicit his god's powers in order to try and get one over on him. A few stomps here in the corner, really working the guts of the Cyclops. You can see there's only a few little kicks though, and it's not done a lot of damage so far to the Cyclops, one of the sturdier warriors in the KEW. The Shinigami has hold of him here though, takes him and rams his head into the corner. Scoops him up here on the shoulders. The Cyclops over the top though. Oh, massive DDT, spiking his head off the mat, and he cleverly rolls out of the ring, but I'm not so sure the Cyclops will think it's clever as he dives over. Massive diving clothesline there to the outside from the Cyclops, one of his favoured moves. He loves diving over the ropes for the fans. Now has hold of the Demon, tries to throw him into the steel steps but couldn't quite connect, has him in a headlock now. Little punch there to the face, showing off to the crowd, they're not happy. The Demon rolling around holding his head. He's had a bit of a battery so far, and oh no, not the powerball on the outside, gets him up, oh, straight on the concrete matting. Goodness me, the Cyclops and the Shinigami going at it, and the Shinigami's back in tatters. He gets hold of him now, whips him back into the ring, having done the damage on the outside. The referee was not interested in even counting there. Goes for the big swinging neck breaker there, and the Shinigami's in all sorts of trouble as the Cyclops is pummeling the life out of him. There's a real hatred between these two men. Nice crossbody there from the Cyclops to try and get some momentum back in the match. Grabs hold of him, whips him into the ropes, and another big crossbody, driving those big forearms into the Cyclops' face. A few big hits here, and a nice axe handle over the back, and a nice big clothesline with that left massive arm of the Shinigami. And he has hold of him here, up on the shoulders. I think he's going to wind him again on those ropes, trying to choke the air out of the Cyclops. You know, if he can take the air out, he won't have that power that he's known for. And oh no, what's he got him here? It's the Demon's pile driver! Oh my gosh, you might not know what day of the week it is. He's got hold of him, he's dragging him to the centre of the ring. I think he might go for the pin to finish it here. No, he's not content. He wants to elicit more damage, and now has that big camel clutch locked in. But the Cyclops gets out of it, and then gets a neck breaker off the ropes. No, boots him in the face. Not a lot of space there to build up any momentum really, so I don't think it's as hard as it could have been. But the Shinigami now, I think the Shinigami wanted to go for something there, but the Cyclops broke it up quickly, has him up, and big face buster there off the shoulders. You can see he's holding his ribs there, the Shinigami. They've been damaged. He rolls him up. I thought he was going for a package pin there, but a big package powerbomb instead. One-armed, showing off the raw power. And the Shinigami again outside the ring. And here he goes again, the Demon Hunter, flying over the ropes. The Spyclops looks unstoppable here, ladies and gentlemen. He's really giving the Demon what for. And now he's got hold of him in that submission hold, trying to put him to sleep. Can he do it? No, he can't. The Shinigami's up and throws him down onto his feet, and then gets hold of him on the outside and throws him back into the ring. Well, I think the Shinigami should have made more of being on the outside, but a big elbow to his back there. Maybe that was his plan all along. I would have thought he would have put him in the ropes. He's got hold of him now. Tosses him across the ring with a big tossing choke slam there, stomping on him as well. And now gets that camel clutch locked back in and slams his head into the mat. The referee's called an end to it. He says the Shinigami has done more than enough damage and has inflicted more than enough pain. I don't think we've got a winner there, ladies and gentlemen, but goodness me, those two going at a hammer and tong, and we'll see if that comes to a head in our next pay-per-view. Next up for you is another one, another demon himself, the Ploughman with his demonic English powers versus the Firefighter. This has been one that's been brewing in the background, ladies and gentlemen. These two wrestlers haven't often seen the ring together, but since they have, my gosh, they've gone at each other hammer and tong. Every time they're in a tag team together, they just ignore the other people in the ring and go for each other. They're really not happy with each other, these two. It all stems back to time in Kingsmead School. And there he is, one half of the tag team champions, the Firefighter, with the Big Bird's tag title around his waist. Salutes to the crowd.
The following contest is scheduled for
whips off his belt to show to everybody. There it is. As I was saying, this rivalry stems back to a time you were in school where the Ploughman harshly marked Scott's papers, and he's not forgotten it, and he's not forgiven him. The Ploughman says, I did the right thing, I did the just thing. The Ploughman and the Firefighter says, stick it up your arse. I'm going to pummel the life out of you until you change that grade. There he is, a sharp salute to the crowd. One half of the tag team champions, the Big Bird tag team champions, the Firefighters, of course. Holds his title up, shows it off to the crowd and the cameras. He is one of the true heroes of the KEW, a firm fan favourite. Everybody loves him. And here he comes, the King of Carnage. Will he bring his steelbook with him? We're still waiting for him to cash it in, of course. He's left the steelbook backstage, it appears. Slams it down on the floor, and there he disappears into a cloud. Perhaps trying to mock the Firefighter with such a large cloud of smoke. Saying to him, look at all this smoke, I'm going to set your fire alarms off. The Firefighter, of course, will be furious about that. He'll be saying, this is a health and safety hazard, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not an extinguisher, I'm not happy. You can hear the crowd booing him as he makes his way calmly down to the ring. He looks very composed here, staring his opponent out through the ring. Perhaps trying to strike some terror and fear into the Firefighter as he gets into the ring and looks around for his next victim. Staring into the crowd. There's a crowd boo him roundly, and there's the Firefighter. He looks pumped up. He doesn't look like he's scared at all. He looks like he's ready to put the Ploughman in a world of pain. The Ploughman ready to go. The Ploughman, of course, one of the more dangerous wrestlers in the KEW. He has that devastating stomp that he can pull out of almost nowhere, it seems. It's made him one of the fan favourites to boo, but also one of the most dangerous wrestlers in the KEW. Big knee drop there. He goes straight for the Ploughman's face, and they're stomping on his head as well. And a little kick to the back. Goes for the cover already. One. Just a one count. And they're not going to get much more than that from the Firefighter after so little damage. Comes in here. Another big knee straight to the chops. No holding back here from the Ploughman, and a nice kick there from the Firefighter to try and get a bit of momentum back. Gets hold of him, but the Ploughman reverses, and a big drop kick there, and the Firefighters flying over the top ropes to the outside. The ploughman watches on from in the ring. Now jumps out to join him. Not so sure that was a smart move, because the firefighter's got hold of him with a big backdrop on the outside on those concrete padded mats that aren't doing much help there, and a nice German suplex from the firefighter onto that matting. And now here come the hush puppies to the guts from the firefighter, or from the ploughman, sorry. A fisherman suplex from the firefighter with the ploughman on the outside. He's really working him on the outside, working the back and that head. Now the ploughman introduces his face into the side of the ring, and perhaps it was short-lived for the firefighter, but he now jumps back in the ring at a 4 count. He's not getting a count out, and he's not allowing his opponent to either. Lets him back in the ring. The ploughman ties up with him, grabs hold of him, gets him up, and big gut buster there. And already the firefighter in danger here as the ploughman wrenches the legs. He's working all different parts of his body, stomping his way round him, giving him a good booting as he goes. The firefighter, a big arm drag there, and a nice stomp to the guts, into the kidneys. Elbow to the face, doing some damage there. A nice stomp. Nice little kick to the back of the head again. Now he's trying to stomp his way around him on the floor. Big elbow there, right into the chest of the ploughman. And picks him up here, ducks under him, big shoulder barge there, gets back up again, and another big shoulder charge, tells him to get up, ducks under him, picks him up, and drops him down onto the mat. Big back body drop there, goes for the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count. The ploughman gets his arm up, and you can see the firefighter there isn't happy. He thought he'd done enough to put him away. But here, what are we going to see now, ladies and gentlemen? I think he's telling him he needs to get a fire alarm installed. He's off the ropes, gives him a little shimmy, and boom, there's the firefighter right in his noggin, right in the loft. Here we go. 1, 2... just a 2 count there. Oh my goodness me, if he wasn't hitting the mat before, the firefighter's got to be outraged. And now he's got hold of him. He's going to try and make him tap in the middle of the ring, wrenching on that neck, and he's got the leg hooked up. Will the ploughman tap out? He doesn't like he's got enough to fight back out of it, but he's let go of it, the firefighter. I think he showed him some mercy there. The firefighter looks to go up top. The ploughman misses him, and now he's got hold of him, tosses him down off the top turnbuckle, and the ploughman goes for the pin out of nothing. 1, 2. Yeah, the firefighter gets a shoulder up. I didn't think that'd be enough to deal with him from the top rope, just tossing him off. And the firefighter now has hold of him. Looks like he was going for the fisherman suplex, but he gets rolled up. 1, 2. And that's why you've got to watch the ploughman. He's such a sneaky wrestler. He'll pull things like that out of absolutely nowhere. And a big drop kick here, and that gets the ploughman back on top in the match. A little stomp there as well. Gets hold of the firefighter, looking to make him tap now, but the firefighter uses his raw power to get out of it. You can see how fit of an athlete he is with that rippled six-pack on his chest. Big hip toss there, the sit down. Picks the ploughman back up to his feet now. And gets hold of him, hurricanranas him down. And now the ploughman rolls to the outside for a breather. He's not going to get it though. The firefighter's on the top rope and dives off. Big body splash. Oh my goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. That's got to be all of 10 foot he flew there. Why, he flew for a mile. Looked like he was tying his shoelace there as well, making sure he's got it firmly attached so he can give him a good kick in, I dare say. Picks the ploughman up. Drops him nastily on the outside. Really looking to work the back and the head of the ploughman and deal some extra damage. And there it is. Kicks him in the guts. And that twisting powerbomb there where he flips over. Up to a 4 count now. And the ploughman's really feeling this one. Few swift elbows there to get out of what could have been devastating for the ploughman. I thought for a minute he was going to put his face into the ring post, but now he gets a pedigree out of nowhere. Oh my goodness me, and he's leaving him on the mat. Now he's letting him get up. Oh my goodness, what's coming next? Drives his face into the concrete floor. Oh my gosh, the firefighter might not know what day of the week it is. We're on a 7 count here, ladies and gentlemen. And the ploughman, throws him into the ring posts. And now he's going to run back in the ring. And it looks like he's surely going to get the count out. We're at a 9. The firefighter's on the floor. He's not even getting close to getting back up. And the ploughman showing off in the ring. And there is the 10 count, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness me, the ploughman stolen it out of nothing. He battered and bruised both men They'll feel that they should have won that one there. The Ploughman sneaking a victory out by driving his opponent's face into the concrete floor outside. A real disgusting end to the match here, and you can be sure that the firefighter will feel aggrieved and that he will be wanting vengeance against the Ploughman in the coming weeks in the KEW. We'll move on to our next match here, which is a number 2 contenders match. Or number 1 contenders, I should say. The number 1 and 2 athletes in the KEW, neither of them with the championship belt currently. Andy, of course, with the tag team titles, joint with the firefighter. But this one will decide who will get the next shot at the KEW Championship, which, ladies and gentlemen, is on the line in the very next match, where we'll see Mark the Magnificent taking on KEW's current champion, James the Cat. And here he comes, the former reigning champion before the Trouble in Tangetown pay-per-view. Tanger's the Great making his way to the ring. He'll feel particularly aggrieved that he had to try and defend his title in an elimination gauntlet match in which 10 other athletes were in the ring. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, make his way onto the ring. Up and in the corners, he looks fired up. He says, I'm not going to let anyone stop me from another shot at the KEW title. He prowls around the ring as the fans get ready for the other half of the KEW Tag Team title champions. Here he is, Atomic Andy, with his pirate's chest on his shoulder.
From London, England,
perhaps a pirate's chest from One Piece, we're not entirely sure.
one half of the Tag Team Champions.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Big Bird Tag Team title in the chest. He pops it down the chest and pulls the title out, puts it on his shoulder. And you can see he's staring Tange down from the ring. He says to him, I've got one belt already. I know I'm one match away from being KEW's first double champion. And what a double champion he would be, ladies and gentlemen. The Man Mountain that is Atomic Andy. Who would be able to stop him? We've seen in the tag team arena that so far nobody has looked up to the task of taking the tag team titles off of the safety men. There he is, making his way under the bottom rope for a change for him. Normally he flips over the top rope, but perhaps with the belt didn't fancy a flip, showing off to the crowd. And Tange, there you can see he's waving his arms in the background. I was going to say he must be fed up with this pomp and display from Atomic Andy, taking an age to show off the title around the ring. There it is. What will he be like if he has two, ladies and gentlemen? Only time will tell. First of all, though, he's got to get one over his old arch nemesis, Tanger's. And here we go. This should be a slobber knocker. Two giant men in the ring. And Andy already showing off the power. Lifting the Tange up like he's nothing. Oh, and driving him down into the mat. That's a big man to be hitting the mat that far as well. Gets hold of him here. Picks him up to his feet. And launches him across the ring. Now Tange down. Slightly rolling around as well. Picks him back up again. And launches him again just across the ring. Andy here getting hold of him. Tange stops him with the strike and a big headbutt there. Nasty headbutt from Tange. Now has hold of the hand. Stomping the wrist. Stomping away on it. Making sure that Andy can't get any more vicious hits in with that left hand. Oh, big driving knee there from Tange straight into his face. And a few swift hits there from Tange. Oh, and a massive uppercut. And a big man to be dropping that far down onto the canvas as well. Tanger's letting his man crawl up into the corner. Oh, and a nasty elbow in the back. Gets hold of him now. Wrenches the arm, working that left arm of Atomic Andy again. Stomps him in the corner. Goes to stomp him there, and it looks like Atomic Andy might have hold of the foot. Oh, no, he didn't. He just gets his chest crushed in by Tanges. Now he's got him up, he's got hold of him, he's taking him over to the corner. And Tanges gets drived into the turnbuckle there. And Andy, big elbows here. A nice stomp there. Elbow to knee to the back, sorry. He's working round his man. And gets him up here. Oh, only to slap him down. The disrespect there from Atomic Andy. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Tanges kicks out pretty comfortably, to be fair. You can see Atomic Andy not particularly happy with it. And now over the top rope he goes. And down on the outside as Tange waits for him. And introduces his face into the canvas on the outside. And kicking him there on the floor. Oh, Tange here has hold of him from behind. Oh, reverse Boston Crab. Oh, my goodness. Will he tap? No, manages to drag his man out of it. I thought he was going to split Andy's pants there. It looked like they were in danger on the outside. We can see for a minute, ladies and gentlemen, maybe his brief is underneath that onesie. No, Tange just tried to take the knees out. Missed a little there. And now Andy with some huge punches there. Maybe Tange just forgot that Andy was right-handed going after the left early on. Has him up on the shoulders like a stuck pig. Tange fights out of it, though. And now gets hold of Andy. Tange whipped over the top rope, and Andy with a big punch there. Another big punch here. And oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this before from Atomic Andy. Picks Tanges up. Oh, and drives his spine into the side of the ring. But he's straight up, the big fella. He's having none of it. He's got hold of him, a swinging neckbreaker on the outside. And a stomp to the face and a gain. I thought that it might do Tange's back in, but no, he's nothing but pure muscle on the back. Maybe all that hair on his back padded him somewhat against that nasty drop on the edge of the mat. Has hold of him here now. He's going to stomp on that hand. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, working the hand there. Gets hold of him and throws him back in the ring. Now Tange, where's he going here? He's taking his time, walking around the ring, maybe showing off to the crowd a little. Up to a 6 count, back in the ring, and a big clothesline there. Looked like Andy was going to get the clothesline in, but Tange managed to duck it and just get his hand up. Oh, misses the knee drive there, though. This could be pivotal for Andy. It's just a kind of momentum shift he needs as he picks the man up. He's a big fella to pick up like that. Throws him in the turnbuckle and tosses him into the centre of the ring. Stomping on his guts there. Now picking him up by the back of his head. Has hold of him. Oh, reverse chokeslam there. Picks him up by the back of the head and showing off the power. Screams to the crowd. And you can see Tanges won't have liked that. Oh, he's picked him up like a toddler on the shoulder. And here comes the atomic drive. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Just a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. How on earth has Tanges kicked out? I thought he was dead and buried there. Look at Andy. He's furious. Screaming at the crowd. Stomping his man on the floor. Tanges gets up, oh, big arm drag, pulls him down to the mat. Big hit there, hit the referee somewhat too. And then Tanges gets hold of him and now drops him on the back. That nasty neck slash back breaker there from Tanges would have done the Giant no good at all. Gets hold of his man, looked like he was going to whip him into the ropes, but he's gone over the ropes. And now throws Andy down like a toddler into the ring. And big clothesline there. Gets up and screams at him. And another one. And then ducks under Andy's clothesline. And a big body slam from Tanges. Oh my goodness me. Tanges letting his man get back to his feet. Kicks him in the guts though. And now gets hold of him. Throws him onto the second rope. Drags him out. And we know what's coming here, ladies and gentlemen. Tange looks around to the crowd. Second rope DDT. And now Andy is spread eagle on the floor. He looks like he's out for the count. Tanges on one knee, looking over the corpse of his victim perhaps. Little hit there as he gets to his feet. Tanges gets hold of him, whips him into the ropes, jumps on top of him, is now pummeling him on the floor. I feel like Tanges may only be 1 or 2 moves away from victory here. Both men rolling out the ring together, almost human centipede style there. Tanges picks his man up on the outside and a TKO out of nothing. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That was the move that I was looking for. The TKO, the Tange KO, and now ramming Andy's head into the floor. He looks like he's saying to him, I'm the #1 contender. How dare you even try and step up to my brilliance. Leaves him on the floor, absolutely out cold on a 3 count. And now screaming to the crowd, ranting to himself. remembering that he is the #1 contender. The referee trying to say to Andy, get up, and no, Tange wants more of him. He's not just going to let him get up. Now he's back in the ring, the big fella, and Andy's back up as well, climbing up and back into the ring. Tange looks ready to go again for more punishment, and another TKO out of nowhere. Oh, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tange with the victory. He is our #1 contender. Goodness gracious me. Oh, hang on, what's this? It looked like Tange was going down the ring. He's coming back in. Oh, and he's assaulting him. He's really proving his point here. He says, don't you step to my level, son. I'll put you back in your place. You're the tag champion. I'm gunning for the big boy's belt. Assaulted him in the ring. I don't think Andy will be happy with that. He won't take that laying down, ladies and gentlemen. A brutal attack from Tange. We've seen him do it before to Miss Tange, and now we've seen him do it to Atomic Andy, and that one's only just heating up. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move into our final match for the evening. What promises to be a potential title match for the ages. It's James the Cat versus Mark, and we've seen since Mark assaulted James the Cat on the ramp, it's been all Mark in their matches. This one for all the marbles then for the KEW title. We promised that between now and the next pay-per-view we'd have a title on the line each and every week. And here he comes, the KEW champion, lifting the belt high so everybody can see him. A surprise champion, perhaps. Not many people will have said that James the Cat was deserving of it from the gauntlet match. A lot of people, I think, thought the Firefighter might be able to best him. But here he is, making his way down to the ring. And there'll be a long list of opponents and enemies who will feel that they should have a rightful shot at the KEW title. But as it stands, it's going to be Mark the Magnificent who'll get the first shot. He said last week, after putting James the Cat through a table, don't step to me, I'll take your belt. And James the Cat said to him, you know what? You want to try and take my belt, son? Here we go then. 2 weeks from now, I'll give you the shot. And here we are, 2 weeks later. And James the Cat has the belt ready and raring to go. The only question remains, which of these two competitors will walk out of the arena with it? James the Cat, of course, not to be underestimated. And Mark, an absolute firecracker of a wrestler himself. And here he comes, His Majesty. He knows the only bit of gold and finery he's really missing is the KEW Championship. And once he's got it round his tummy-wummy, which if he can do today, I dare say, he'll be looking at the CEO and saying to him, you know what? I want to be the first double champion. Give me a shot at the tag team titles with my tag team partner Benji next week, and we'll make an absolute mockery of the KEW. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring. A little wave to the crowd. Everybody happy to see him. His Majesty here, regal and resplendent. The man with the longest entrance in the KEW as he slowly strolls to the ring, scepter in hand. Will he exit the arena though with what he really craves, the KEW title in hand? And you'll remember, ladies and gentlemen, the feud between these two wrestlers started a few weeks ago, where Mark, locked in a feud with the Cyclops, comes down the ramp with James the Cat, beaten and battered. The Cyclops wasn't best pleased with him for that. He thought he was standing up for his friend James the Cat. Mark, though, put James the Cat in his place backstage, assaulted him. I'm not quite sure what the relationship between James the Cat and the Cyclops is at this moment in time. Perhaps it'll become clear once we're done with these two beating the living daylights out of one another. Perhaps they were up to some extracurricular activities in the backstage arena, and Mark broke it up. Said, you're not getting the better of me this time. No swatting up. There's the Royal Pinky. The flashes in the background. The crowd love it. The photograph snapped off. He knows the crowd are here to see him. He places his scepter in the corner, resplendent, and rejoices in the crowd and their admiration for him. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The KEW title on the line.
Introducing the challenger from London, England, weighing in
Look at that, he's fired up, the little fella. Mark the Magnificent, ready to go.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 222 pounds.
The KEW champion, James the Cat, lifts the belt aloft. He equally looks fired up, although perhaps not quite as much as Mark the Magnificent did. The referee holds the belt high aloft the stadium. Aloft the ring, sorry, so everyone can see what's on offer here. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mark the Magnificent's first shot at the title. James the Cat's first attempt to defend his title as he gets quickly off with a German suplex there. It looked like Mark was going to punch him and he ducked out of the way. James the Cat now picks Mark up and launches him across the ring with an unconventional fisherman's package grab there. Nasty shot to the back there for Mark, and James the Cat punching him in the face. He's saying, "You're not taking my title off of me." A firm hit to the back there gets him up to his feet, gets hold of him. Now Mark breaks it up and kicks James the Cat firmly in the guts. Now backing away from his man, drags him to the floor and then stomps right on his guts. I thought James the Cat might roll out of the way of it. Mark waiting for his man to get in position, but completely missed him. James the Cat coolly just sidestepped out of the way, and now big elbow drop on the knee there. Mark springboards back to his feet, trying to run away, but no, gets a nasty shot in the back for his troubles, and a big splash in the corner from James the Cat, and Mark's in a bit of bother already. James the Cat stomping on the shoulder there. Picks Mark back up to his feet. Mark with a few swift elbows there breaks away James the Cat, then whips him into the corner, splashes him there and up onto the second rope, twists around. Big tornado DDT out of the corner. Maps the momentum shifter Mark needed, lets his man crawl away to the outside. And a big knee drop to the face there. A little stomp there. There's the referee finally getting the count off. There's a 1. Nice little kick there. Mark showing off to the crowd. A little shimmy and a shake, showing his sweet dancing moves. Picks up James the Cat, or allows him to get back up and throws him in the ring. Mark then jumps over the steps, taking his time to get back in the ring. The little fella hopping over the top rope. James the Cat showing off though, and Mark springboards off the second rope and now gets hold of him. Big face buster there. James the Cat took the wrong time to try and show off to the crowd there. Goes for the pin for the title. 1. Just a 1 count though. It'll take more than that to put James the Cat away. Mark not happy, straight up and stomps him in the face. Now he's too busy showing off to the crowd. He whips James the Cat into the ropes. Nasty low drop kick and a nasty elbow to the back there. Now gets hold of James the Cat's arm, wrenching that arm, working around, and twists it into the mat. Nasty for Mark, looking to perhaps take the power out of those big arms. There you go, a little point to the crowd, says, "I'm number 1. I should be the number 1 contender. That's why I've got the title shot here." A few little kicks from Mark there, working on taking out the base of James the Cat. Gets up, runs up him here, and flips him into the ropes. No, we know what's coming here. Off he goes. It's the Royal Booties right in the face. And now on the outside rope, jumps up onto the top. And splashes down onto him. Goes for the pin for the title. 1, 2. I thought he had it there, but James the Cat kicks out. The referee slow to perhaps get his hand down for the 3 count. Mark can feel aggrieved there though. Jumps to the outside of the ropes here. Now up onto the top turnbuckle. He's getting froggy. Massive frog splash. My goodness me, I think he's winded the life out of James the Cat. Could have gone for the pin, doesn't though. Gets hold of him and dragging him away from the ropes perhaps here. Now goes for the pin. 1, 2. And James the Cat somehow again gets a shoulder up. I thought that was it for Mark. Kicks his man in the face nastily. Springboards off the second rope. Big body splash there. And Mark really putting it to James the Cat now. All that early momentum James the Cat had has completely gone. Mark stomps on his man on the outside with those golden tassels straight in James the Cat's chest. Picks him up. James the Cat has hold of him now though. And introduces him to the announcer's table. Screams to the crowd, perhaps looking to try and get a momentum back. Splashes on his man on the outside and gives him a little stomping there for his troubles too. Getting that camel clutch locked in, seeing if Mark will tap. Mark though swiftly whips his way out of it and then gets a few hits in on James off the table, picks him up and slaps him in the face. Absolute disrespect here. Oh, he's spinning around in big arm drag there. We're up to a 5 count already, a 6. We don't want to count out in the title match here. Mark's got to be aware of that, surely. That's it, he gets his man back in the ring, and now we're up to a 7, and he's taking his sweet time about walking around the ring here, Mark, up to an 8, and he slides in like a penguin on his belly. James the Cat down on the floor still. Mark got a little stomp there, and now James the Cat is facing the wrong way. Is he about to get froggy again? He is! Oh, but he's missed it! James the Cat rolls him over, goes for the pin. 1. Oh, just a 1 count, no. His Majesty had more than enough left in the tank to kick out of that one, just out of a mistake from himself. James the Cat now resting in the corner. I'm not so sure that was a wise move. Marks gets hold of him, whips him up across, and then pulls him away in a big hurricanrana off the corner. Goes for the pin. Oh, he's got his legs up. The rest not seeing. 1, 2, 3, the little cheating git. He's stolen the title with the legs on the second rope, the leverage. The referee missed it. He couldn't see the angle. And there he is. His Majesty has cheated his way to the KEW title, ladies and gentlemen. Our new KEW champion. And James the Cat has to feel aggrieved. He's strutting around the ring with it. And he'll be looking at Big Bird and saying now, put me in the ring with the tag team champions next week. I'm going to be the first double champion. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Our new KEW champion, cheaty little Mark the Magnificent. The legs on the second rope. The KEW title changes hands, and goodness gracious me, does that mean in 2 weeks Mark the Magnificent will have to take on Tangus the Great for the belt? Only time will tell to see what the CEO has in store for us. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another explosive episode of KEW Wrestling, where we've seen Mark the Magnificent cheat his way to the KEW title and the championship. Thank you for watching, and good night.